Hey YouTube, React Pact here. I'm James.
I'm Rose.
I'm Nikki.
And this is... I knew Attack on
Falcon.
Titan again. Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Thank you guys for returning. Last week's video did extremely well. Did not expect that.
Yeah.
And had some real interesting conversations. It really was a topic that really had people on both sides of the fence, and it was really good arguments for both sides. The one thing I will say, though, is, yeah, some people brought me around to the idea of just how wrong Captain America guy was to do what he did.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's a fleeing guy who surrendered, and there's real-life comparisons to the police brutality and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I didn't really think about that till after people brought it up. However, I will say, there are unfair comparisons being made between him and Carly. Like what they did.
Yeah.
Carly killed innocent people who she tied up, and people who were just doing their job at a place, whereas the guy who Captain killed was an active terrorist running away. They were both wrong, 100% both wrong. They both were wrong.
Yeah.
But Carly tied up men and women who were innocent and burned them alive. So I
Yeah.
think there's an unfair comparison there.
Yeah.
You guys have anything from that?
Yeah. I just agree with what you said. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're both wrong, but one is more wrong than the other.
What do you guys think is going to happen this episode? Because I think we were like talking like, will he lose the shield? Will government use it?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm wondering.
I don't know. I feel that he's gonna have some sort of repercussions.
Yeah,
obviously.
that's what I'm thinking. Some sort of like maybe the bureaucracy side of things will come up. I don't know.
And I'm wondering if the super soldier serum, this new one, has a side effect of like delusions of grandeur kind of thing. But the thing is, they were both kind of
Like,
crazy to begin with.
Right?
yeah, I think we could take what Battlestar said, which I assume he's dead, said before, where he said it made you more of yourself. I think that's what that's all it is. Like, Carly really thinks that she's the hero of the story.
Yeah, like she said before, she thought that they were chosen.
Yeah, like that's in the
Yeah.
back of her head. Because she's the one who had this vision, and then she finds this thing, and like, what's the odds that I'm the one who finds this thing, you know? And so then confirms her bias.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's all I've got. You guys?
Yeah.
That's it.
All right. So then let's get right into it, and hopefully we have a really cool discussion after this one as well, because last time it was really fun. So see you guys in discussion. Carly?
It's a shield.
Is he on the run now?
He's thinking
If
through
he
what
has
he's
blood,
done.
the blood's off his shield, so
Yeah.
I don't think.
No, it's there.
Oh, so
Oh, it is there. Yeah.
This is right after.
You don't want to do this. Yeah, we do.
We're gonna take the shield.
Wait.
Oh, we're gonna take the shield. Oh
Ooh. Oh. Wow.
Well, strong serum, I guess.
Also,
there we go.
Oh. That was a nice reaction. Oh, this is nice.
I was gonna say Falcon might have a harder time.
Yeah, he would, because he...
Not
Bucky's a
punching the
super
shield.
right?
He's having a hard time.
Let go.
That was good.
Oh, you got
There we
it.
go. Oh,
Oh.
Bucky's still down though.
Why don't you use your grappling hook again?
I think, I don't know.
Too easy.
Bucky,
He's dead if you don't
Bucky,
get
we
him.
need help.
He's gonna try and choke him to death.
He's gone full psycho.
Yeah.
Oh! Bucky?
Thank you, Bucky.
A little bit late, but it's alright.
Oh!
Did they break his arm?
Yes.
Shoo. Ooh. Ugh. Do they have like regenerative powers?
Kind
I
of.
mean,
Slightly elevated healing.
elevated. Ow!
Oh! Oh, that was
probably
pretty
really hurt
cool,
Falcon.
though.
Like everybody's hurt.
Oh, everyone's in pain.
So are they gonna like take him in? What's happening?
Probably.
Wait, yo, you forgot the wings.
Is he gonna be like, I don't need it? What? Why would you get rid of the wings? You could be a whole eagle.
These are measured asking to be heard. It is a mandate. I understand that. I understand that.
Don't break it.
I live my life by your mandate. I dedicated my life to your mandate. I only ever did what you asked of me, what you told me to be and trained me to do, and I did it. And I did it well.
It is shaking strangely. Oh dear.
The rest of your life in the U.S. disciplinary
You can try.
practice. Consider yourself extremely fortunate, Mr. Walker, and return the shield to us with expedience.
Oh, they don't
Oh,
know.
they don't know. So Torres is like the only one who knows where the shield is.
Who's walking one foot in front of the other? Zemo?
In heels.
I wouldn't be surprised to be honest. Alright.
Or nothing. Taking the serum, you won't say nothing. I'll tell you something, it has made you very, very
I'm gonna shut her down.
I actually think it's the second best choice you've ever made in your life. Oh, you want to know what the first best choice was? Oh, tied with marrying this fabulous firecracker sitting right next to me. How's it going? Taking the phone when I call you.
And he's in the perfect frame of mind to accept her.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she didn't say anything of what she would do. Oh, she gave it to her.
There's nothing on it.
Got sidetracked.
Don't worry. I've decided I'm not going to kill you.
What?
Imagine my relief.
Oh, yes. Good. Calm yourself. Calm.
But that's
What
gotta be a
would
bluff. The
be
Wakandans
the
want him.
Yeah. Point of this.
He's not doing it.
Who?
Yeah.
Wakandans.
Oh,
Okay.
that is why. So that's why he didn't kill him for his own.
We would take him to the raft
The raft. Why?
where he will live out his days.
Everybody breaks out of the raft.
Everybody.
A handful of us got shot up with different versions of that serum. They don't tell us what it is. They tell us it's tetanus. They send us on missions. Even though the others weren't stable. Some of us started dying on them. Then a couple of the boys get captured on a mission. I heard the brass talking about lowering the POW camp to hell to hide the evidence. But those are my men, my brothers, not evidence. So I bust out of the facility one night, and I brought them boys back. Not that it made a damn bit of difference.
That's what Steve did.
Next 30 years, they experimented on me, trying to figure out why the serum worked.
It's such a long time.
There was a nurse. She took pity on me, wrote up some fake reports, something. She had me declared dead.
Wonder if we'll figure out who the nurse was.
So the government still doesn't know he's alive.
Yeah.
We gotta do something. We gotta tell somebody.
No, leave me dead. My name is Barry.
They can't do it
It's
again.
different now. I know people.
Man, that's why you're here. You think things are different. You think times are different. You think I wouldn't be dead in a day if you brought me out. You want to believe jail was my fault because you got that white man's shield. They will never let a black man be Captain America. And even if they did, no self-respecting black man would ever want to be.
It's too hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still got a bit of juice in this house. Well, how do we get it off the truck?
Bucky.
Hey.
Bro.
Put it down slowly.
You're welcome.
I just broke right there.
Is a ship sailing because of the boat? The sister.
Yeah, I know.
Sarah?
But what
Oh,
about
I knew it!
Sam is like, I'm sorry.
He's like,
what?
don't. He's like, don't
I'm
you
sorry,
dare.
but what about the lady that he was seeing at the restaurant?
Oh,
Well, they were
she was
like
just
one date, and
yeah.
he
And
ran
she's-
out in the middle of
and
it.
she was being inappropriate. Anyways.
because she talked about another man's dead son.
Yes.
I mean, how is she to know it had anything to do with him? I mean, she did go on there for a while.
When Steve told me what he was planning, I don't think either of us really understood what it felt like for a black man to be handed a shield. How could we? I got an apology.
Oh, you told him about Isaiah, I'm guessing.
Sorry. Thank you. Whatever happened with Walker wasn't your fault. I get it. It's just that shield's the closest thing I've got left to a family. And this might be a surprise, but it doesn't matter what Steve felt.
This is
You gotta
true.
stop looking to other people to tell you who you are. You weren't avenging, you were avenging. You were stopping all the wrongdoers you enabled as a bunch of soldier. Because you thought it would bring you closure.
He has to talk to the old guy. Tell him what happened to his son.
I'm sure there's at least one person in that book who needs closure about something. You're the only person who can give it to him. Probably a dozen. That's cool. Start with one.
Not necessarily as a team.
Nope. Not that good. Definitely not. We're professionals, definitely. And we're partners, co-workers. But we're also a couple guys with a mutual friend. Friends now gone, so we're a couple guys. I've been living perfect. Thanks for the help. Make a lot. Of course.
I like how they had to figure out, because they didn't want to quite be friends. But they were.
I mean, the last agreement they had was after this is done, we never talk to each other again.
Right.
Yeah.
But they're clearly closer than that.
Yeah.
Nope.
He's on
Red and blue.
He's mastering standing stoically. I just realized that's what he's doing.
Just like Steve used to do it. Hey, he got it.
Yeah. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Oh, he got off too.
Ooh.
Wait. Isn't that Petra?
Baruto?
So is that who Sharon was talking to?
Un test en quelque sorte. Ils sont partout et nulle part pour pouvoir nous allons gagner.
Oh, they're everywhere.
Oh.
Oh, it's gonna be.
Did Wakanda do?
I would just thank you for the
Vibranium
suitcase.
wings?
Right? For the suitcase.
Yeah, it's an awesome
So cool.
suitcase.
Put anything in here.
See the American Eagle now? Come on. Captain Eagle.
Come on, you gotta show us.
No.
Oh.
Betting on black and silver. Discussion.
Discussion.
Why? But wow. Okay, so what do you guys feel about that episode?
That
A
was. Yeah.
That felt
A
heavy.
lot happened. I wrote, like, there were so many main points for the show that I
I'm
wrote
gonna edit
down.
this, dude.
Okay, so first of all, we started off John mentally shattered,
Yeah.
dealing with a lot of stuff, and
Good fight scene.
yeah, I feel like what's his name? Falcon really shouldn't have said, "Give me the shield," because I knew instantly as soon as he said that because that's what he's battling with exactly.
Yeah.
Wrong time.
Yeah, like you should be like, "We gotta calm down. Let's get you calm down."
Yeah.
Lower the
Yoink
mental
the
state.
shield. Yeah.
Especially as somebody who's used to dealing with trauma soldiers.
Yeah, he should have known better.
But I guess like his emotions probably high. Like you just got blood on the shield. Like he's probably freaking out too.
Yeah, you might be right. Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, bro, why would you say that to this guy right now? You want to bring him down and then take it away from him. You know? Because of course, from his perspective, that's what should do. Because he knows they always wanted it.
Yeah.
But
so they got the shield.
Sam didn't tell them he took the shield.
Yeah.
Only Torres knows.
Right.
And he didn't tell him. So
he just
knows. He
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess Sam didn't, Sam didn't tell them about how he lost his wings, protected Walker. He didn't tell them extra stuff.
Because he doesn't want to get him in trouble, any more trouble. He just wanted the shield.
Yeah, I respect that.
Yeah.
But his punishment. What do you think of his punishment? That was it's probably fitting enough because I mean it was brutal, and they've ruined the
patrioticness,
the reputation of who he was supposed to be standing for, the Captain America.
I think it will make a stronger case for Falcon being Captain America.
Yeah.
Because the whole we strip you of the title of Captain America, that's all nonsense. I think the Captain America is his own entity. He's not a government entity. He should be, Falcon says, no, I'm Captain America. I embody the spirit of Captain America. That guy wasn't embodying the spirit. And he carries it on. He doesn't need the government to affirm him. He doesn't need the parade or ticker
Yeah,
tapes.
because they said that technically the
shield doesn't even
isn't
belong.
government property.
That's what Val said.
That's the thing. The thing is, like, Captain himself was working for the government. Remember, he was like a...
Right,
he was a parade. He was, selling war bonds?
Oh.
And then he went overseas to, like, cheer up the troops.
Right.
So he was a government worker, but he was never a soldier. I mean, he previously was a soldier, but he was a government worker. So he just transitioned himself into that role in the middle of the war, so it just kept him there. So he was just always in this limbo state where he was a government worker, but the title Captain America was something he made, not he made up, but something that he made into a war role, you know? It was just a poster boy. So the government, I think, does have authority to say, you're our new Captain America, but at the same time, the captain was the captain because he made himself a captain.
Yeah.
So
I am the captain now.
Yeah. So I think that's what John Walker's aiming at, but also I don't think he's in the right state.
Yeah.
So who do you think is the power broker? Is it Sharon or Val?
I don't know who Val is. She annoyed me. I'm thinking it's Sharon.
Sharon. That would be something if they did that and made Sharon the power broker.
Yeah.
Because then it would answer the question like why she was like we have a problem, actually a couple or a few or whatever she said. Because like of course she would be upset that her person making the serum has died and she saw it before
100%.
her eyes.
I think Val and her may be working together. One of them is a power broker and one's working for the other.
Yeah.
I kind of got the feeling from Val. I didn't really feel like she was the power broker. I felt like she could be a representative. I feel like the real power broker wouldn't go up to Captain America and do
just
that.
walk right up to him.
Yeah.
But the business card being blank thing, like I like that idea. Like you get, if you have a blank business card, you know it's from the power broker, and they contact you. You don't contact them.
Yeah.
But this is telling you you're on their radar. So I like that. It's a cool idea.
Oh, that'd be cool for like an underground organization.
Yeah.
Like you get like one side one color, other side the other color, and that's their business card.
Yeah, just a blank card. Another reason, why does Sharon send Batroc there? I think that's what that is. Because she was talking to her to have a mission for you.
Yeah, it was, and they were saying his name. He was speaking in French.
And so he goes there. He gives them weapons. So Sharon's directly involved in that. Why would, if we assume that she's a power broker, why? Because power broker is trying to hunt down Carly for the serum. She should learn through Sam that the serum is destroyed. So why is she now arming the Flag Smashers? That's an interesting question.
Maybe she is doing her own thing for the like the resettlement stuff. Maybe she's on her own side.
Perhaps. Like, so she's not the power broker, but she's doing her own thing.
Can you remind me what this Batroc guy did?
Batroc was the very first episode who took those people hostage in the plane and then endless helicopters. They were like wingsuit diving, and Sam was shooting down the helicopters, and then he finally got the guy. Batroc was fighting him in the last plane and kicked him out before the helicopter exploded, and Batroc fell. But he had a wingsuit, so we just assumed he lived.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. I didn't remember who he was either.
Yeah,
I'm
me
just
neither.
like, he's familiar.
And apparently he did get caught because she said he was in an Algerian prison.
Yeah.
Right, and Sharon got him out somehow. to use him.
I know that we kind of agree that he did deserve to lose his title and everything, but there's something in that moment at the Senate congressional hearing, whereas like you don't get benefits, you don't get
that. I was like,
felt-
that's too. Either way, he still served what he served.
I don't mean like that. I mean like take it from the position of regular veterans. It felt like it was invoking the moment of veterans doing all this work and then getting abandoned by the government. That's what it kind of felt like, because they didn't even do a mental evaluation. They
Right,
didn't check
that's
out,
what I was
they didn't-
thinking.
They washed their hands of him and pushed him aside once they decided the toy was broken.
That's what I was. That's what came to me, is that this is what I was trying to say earlier. He is but like a stain on their reputation. They're not. They feel like he's ruined them, and now they need to get rid of him. But they can't like get rid of him. They have to just wash their hands.
I don't
of
think
him.
they even know that he's got serum.
I don't think
They
so.
don't.
They don't. Yeah.
Like if they knew he had the
They would have
serum,
kept him.
They would
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's what I
found
was.
a way.
That's what I was
He
thinking.
might have got Isaiah, for all we know.
What?
They might have put him in jail, do what they did to Isaiah once they figured out.
Exactly.
He had serum. And they had a reason to put him in jail.
Right.
That's true.
Right.
Sent him to the rafts where they sent Zemo, speaking of which.
It sounded like send him to the ranch.
You're going to Detroit.
No.
But, yeah, speaking of which, Zemo, Wakanda took him.
Yeah.
He seemed okay with that, I
Yeah.
guess.
I think because he knew one way or another he was in trouble when he saw Bucky. So either Bucky was gonna kill him or something else was gonna happen. Like where was he gonna go? Bucky was not gonna let him leave. So
Yeah.
The raft, do you know what the raft is? The raft is...
Sorry. During Civil War, when Ant-Man and Captain America and a couple of the other side got captured, they were put in the raft.
It's a called a raft because it's in the middle of the ocean, and I believe it raises out of the ocean to open up, and then you go inside and they chain you inside like super small cells or whatever. They're built for supervillains or superheroes, so that it's personalized cells for you, and it's supposed to be inescapable. Of course, in the comics, people break out of it all the time.
wait, so isn't that where Captain broke out
Yes.
the other?
Yes.
Oh, I thought. Oh,
That's what we're saying.
okay. I thought you said Captain was put there. So I was
No,
like, wait a
Captain
minute.
broke them out.
Captain broke them out. Right.
Yeah.
I remember that.
But yeah, so it's...
So how come the Wakandans are putting?
That's
so the
what I was
raft
confused
is
by.
the Wakandans.
I believe it's an international prison.
Oh.
But it's an international prison that was built specifically because the Civil War happened, and they were shocked by this, and they were like, how are we going to keep people? So they had built a facility just in case something like this had happened.
So, with the Wakandans taking Zemo, then the people who originally had him in prison will find out, or is it like
They already know.
private type
Well,
of stuff?
Zemo was imprisoned by, I think, International Tribunal, wasn't he? Because he was
Where was he?
he was
I don't
held by
know.
the GRC. He was a GRC prison, which I'm not sure what it stands for. I think it was a GRC
Global
prison.
something. I don't know.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong on that, but basically it comes down to I think they're just sending him over to international authorities
Okay.
because they're just okay. We put you guys is in charge of putting him in jail. He broke out, but we respect international authority. Put him back in jail. Put him in a better jail, and so put him in a raft.
Okay.
Which I'm just kind of surprised by because from the way the Wakandans were talking, I thought they were just going to execute him.
Yeah, that's what I was. I thought they were going to take him back to Wakanda and publicly execute him so that everyone could
Especially
feel.
since like the first time they were like, I'm taking what's his name, T'Challa was like, I'm taking him back to Wakanda because he killed the king. We're taking him to Wakanda. So like the fact that they're just taking him to the raft now is just like what?
It does seem as a shock, but I can like do the mental gymnastics to see why they would. But
They
from
probably
the
just,
way they were talking, it definitely sounded like, no, we're killing this guy.
Yeah.
We gave you the chance. We're getting rid of him.
Yeah.
But the Tuskegee experiment came to mind immediately when they were talking about
The tetanus thing.
the tetanus shot, because remember it was supposed to be as a cure for syphilis and other things, where they subjected many black men to experiments where they were really injecting them with syphilis or different kind of diseases to see how the body responds, something along those lines. But basically they were considering black people as human test subjects, and it went on for a very long time before it was discovered. So Isaiah would have been around secret black site days where they may have done something like that. And it was very much, I don't want to say trope, but it was the bitter old man thing where you can't blame him for feeling the way he did. Like, that's unimaginable horror what he went through, right? But at the same time, you can't from what I'm seeing, you can't, and I don't think Falcon's seeing it this way either. You can't let yourself be held back by the pain that people have gone through. You can't accept that pain and stop you from trying.
Mm-hmm.
So what Falcon's doing is, no, all this pain happened, and it's pushing us somewhere, which is why we can't forget what happened to Isaiah. But Isaiah is just, I don't know if they're going to be able to save him, really. Because for him, the world is still that same world he was chained up in. He thinks it's still like that, and bad things do happen to black people still, but it's not the world where they could get away with that if you get it in the media. If you get it in the media, they will get accounted for. At least that's what I felt about that. Did you guys feel any way about that?
Yeah, I noticed that what Isaiah did is exactly what Steve did. The first thing that made him Captain America was the troop that Bucky was with. They got sent out, they got captured, and they were like, "Well, there's nothing we can do." And he's like, "But they're
my men.
They're my men." Steve was like, let's go save them," and he was like, "No, they just said we gotta leave him," and Steve went to go save him, and he brought him back. And that made him Captain America.
And obviously the contrast of where for Steve's group, it was like, they got him deep behind enemy lines, we're fighting a war, we can't deal with this right now, let's move on. With Isaiah's group, they're like, no, we're blowing this place straight to hell. We can't let them figure out what happened.
Yeah.
And then they come back, Steve's a hero, they come back, Isaiah's in prison.
Yeah.
So, very different standards. And even brought up, you know what the Great White Hope is?
I think so, yeah.
It was a time in boxing, well, for a long time in boxing, where it became very apparent very quickly that many black men were extremely proficient at boxing. And so there would come a champion who would be called the Great White Hope, in that the whites hope for winning a boxing championship. And it's kind of tricky. It definitely has racist overtones, so it's kind of in a tricky area, but I've heard both sides argue, no, that's very racist, and I would say, no, it's not racist, it was just supposed to be like the Italian hope or the French hope, for something like that. So it's kind of tricky, but obviously in this context, from what's been happening, it is racist. But yeah,
the other kind of sad thing that I mentioned in the reaction was the whole raiding of the poor people's place. That was really sad. Like, I know they're really trying to find Carly, and honestly, what can they do? All they can do is, slap these people on the wrists, like, stop harboring these people. But they're gonna keep doing it because their actions of punishing them for harboring them is kind of like making them martyrs, and it's just igniting their fire of we're definitely gonna make this push this change through.
But also on the flip side is that it's totally justified because they have been declared terrorists. The flag smashers have been declared terrorists. So you are quite literally harboring terrorists.
It's an example of heartless bureaucracy, where logically it's correct in what they did, but they don't give feeling to what they did. They don't think about why it's treating the symptom rather than the cause of why are these people harboring them. And it's such a big issue that they don't want to tackle that, and they'd rather just
like the guy was saying, we have the troops, let's just shove the refugees out.
That's the easier, simple solution. And these people can't
don't want to deal with what the real problem is, why they're upset.
When you have power, it's very easy to stomp it out and move on, because those people won't complain forever. They'll eventually be disseminated or gone or integrated, but they will suffer, but eventually it'll be just a memory. But tackling the problem and helping those people, that's a hell of a can of worms. But it's the right thing to do. So.
And another note, we kind of get a setup for Captain, or Walker, I should say. We need to stop calling him Captain.
I don't know why. When you said that, it got me hooked. Like, Steve, you saw something?
No, I'm sorry. For Walker, we got a setup for him after he met with a family. Immediately we were like, okay, he's coming after them, and he's gonna do it like a vagabond. Is that the word I'm looking for?
A vagabond?
No. What's the other one?
Vigilante.
Vigilante. Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, he's gonna be like a vigilante, but kind of like a crazed one, because he's out for blood.
He's like, wasn't it Batman level, where he's like breaking people, but like he's still technically doing things that need to be done.
I was gonna say he's going down Winter Soldier route. Where he's gonna be an unstoppable force that just shadows the world and does what he wants.
I had the moment he was like about to choke Falcon to death and like was about to kill him. And he was like,
Yeah.
Captain America. I was like, I totally heard I am.
Yeah.
And I try not to laugh.
There's so many moments in this show, this episode, where it feels like he's more deluding himself, where he's trying to convince himself, no, I'm Captain America, I'm Captain America.
Yeah.
Because whatever he's been through has convinced him that he's not a good person, I think.
Yeah, and
he's trying to hold on to, like he said, this is the chance he has to do something right.
Yeah.
And he just screwed up.
Yeah.
So he's like, no, I'm Captain America, I'm Captain America. And he's trying to pull himself almost to trick himself or delude himself into, no, I'm doing the right thing. And I do think he truly believes he did the right thing with killing that guy.
Of course.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he is dismissing any discussion about it. Do you understand why that was wrong? You know, he surrendered in public and he executed him.
Yeah.
That was wrong, man.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The montage was cool.
Yeah.
We got some, man, there was a lot of deep conversation and montages about just, it almost felt like a bayou kind of thing. It felt like it went on a little long, honestly.
Yeah. It not stretched out, but like it was long.
I like the montages. My comment on the cinematics was the slow-mo. The 2 points of slow-mo. There was Bucky
walking,
and there was, I think there was one with Falcon. Wasn't there?
I don't remember.
I can't remember the other one. But there were 2 slow-mo moments. And I've become hyper aware of when they're doing it because of the first slow-mo moment. I can't remember what episode it was, but it was when they were meeting the woman that got killed in Madripoor.
Yeah.
Oh, Negro?
And they were the blonde hair, short blonde hair. And they were entering. Do you remember they were entering?
Yeah,
and it was all slow mo, and the music was different.
Yeah,
and I was
trying
like,
to set the mood, I think.
yeah, but it was just weird to me.
It
didn't work for me.
It doesn't really work.
It did not work. I was like, why are we doing so? And then all of a sudden they just like transitioned, and there was no build. There was no climax to the slow mo. To me, it just ended on, well, here we are. We see her.
Like slow-mo should be like for something like where like don't entirely know what's going to happen, and then there's like a payoff where it's like there's this character that we already knew is like, why are you here, kind of thing.
Or for precision, where a lot's happening in a moment, and the audience will get a grip of everything that's happening.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it was just so random. So now every time they do it, I'm like, wait, is this a good one?
With things like at the dock, when they did with Bucky, it felt like they were trying to slow things down, so you just really sat and you breathed with the people. But I didn't really enjoy those scenes so much, even though they did have a lot of heart to them. It just felt like we were just family stuff. It felt for me, it felt like it dragged a little bit. But otherwise, I like the episode.
Yeah,
I don't think it's an episode I would say I don't like.
So far they've been good. Yeah.
One last thing is just shout out for that choreography for that fight. It was the best fight in the show so far. Very few cuts at first, and it was brutal. Surprised Walker near tried to decapitate Falcon a couple times, but
like he was 100% gonna kill him.
He was in kill mode.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoyed the episode. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw here, please leave a like. It helps a lot. We're already at 700 subscribers. That was the biggest jump in subs I think we've ever had in 1 week. Thank you guys so much. Almost there to 1,000. So thank you guys very much. We'll see you guys next time in Reacts Backed. Bye-bye.
Bye.